Hey guys, welcome back to Southern Living. Today I wanted to do a video on a backup camera install, and this backup camera is off of Amazon. So I'm going to bring it over here and show you guys what it is. The backup cameras at Camping World and all those places, they're anywhere from $500 to $900, and it's just absolutely insane. So today I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do and how I'm going to install it. And sorry for the generator noise, but yeah, we'll go ahead and get into it right now. Alright guys, so this is a Solar 4 truly wireless backup camera kit. Now the figure on cameras, they say the rig's already pre-wired and everything for it. I actually took the plate off already, which is just the 4 little Phillips screws, and that goes on the back of the camper. And as you can tell, here's the camera here, here's the display here, and then you got the wiring and all that good stuff. These screws came with it, and what I'm going to do, guys, I'm actually going to this is actually a plate that slides on and off, and I'm going to actually just screw this plate here onto here in between those 4 holes so that I can screw everything in together and then slide the camera on. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys kind of what that looks like. But if you don't know what the figure on camera looks like, or you don't know if this is the same one on the back of your camper, I'll show you guys what it looks like. Alright guys, so if you have any kind of shaped system like this, that's going to be that camera system that cost an arm and a leg. So I'm going to go ahead and get to it. I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do as far as the install, and I'll walk you through it as I get it done. Unfortunately, I can't video record at the moment with doing it at the same time to show you guys, but as I do it step by step, I'll let you know exactly what I did and how I did it. So we'll get into it right now after this. All we got is time, so stay a while, stay a while. Alright guys, so the first thing that I'm going to do is, this is that plate that I showed you that was on here originally. It actually goes this way on the camera. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you guys what I'm going to do, and then I'll show you what it looks like after I'm done. But basically on this sticker here, I don't know if you guys can see it, but the edge of that sticker right there, I'm going to be lining this plate up right up against it so that I know that it's level. And then I'm going to center it on the left and right, so it's not off center, and I'll just move it over to where it looks pretty much straight and perfect, and I'll use that sticker as a level, if you will. And then once I do that, I'll show you guys what it looks like, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, so as you can tell, I put the bracket on here on this back plate that comes with the camera system, and I put the 4 screws. Now just a little note guys, I literally screwed this into the box, which is fine because I can just pry it right out of the cardboard. But there's a little lip that goes on the top there, and that's how you get it off when you take the 4 screws out of the casing on the trailer. And I literally lipped it over that box so that I can have it flush, and then lined everything up as best as I could. And it doesn't have to be perfect guys, but pretty close, because the whole purpose is just to see behind you, and so that you're not going to run into anything or hit your house or whatever the case is. So yeah, that's it. I just screwed those 4 in. So what I'm going to do now is take this plate off, or rather out of the box at least, and then I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next step, and I'll show you guys what I did and go from there. Alright guys, so what I did next is I literally just put the 4 screws back on to that cover plate that came with this bracket here, and everything seems to be holding nice and tight. What I do like about this is it's going to help protect against rain, but what I'm going to do is put either a silicone or a polyurethane just around these screw holes just to be safe, so it protects the screws from rusting out, and it'll also protect water from getting in. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'll show you the next step. Alright guys, so there it is. All I did was slide it on, and this is an additional bracket that you don't actually need. So you see those 4 little prongs there? What do you do on the back of that camera? You just line it up and you slide it down. I set mine perfectly, I guess. I did have a little bit of a trouble, but just took me a few seconds to get it wiggled in. But it might catch up top right there on that lip, so it might be best to just slide on the camera first and then just move the camera around and get a you know, a long bit driver and just screw those screws right in there on the top, bring it down, and then screw those screws right in, and then you are all set there. So I'll go ahead and show you what the next step is here in a moment. Alright guys, so the next step is to get your solar panel and plug it in the bottom here. And I already went ahead and got some alcohol. I wiped that area down just in case there was wax or anything on there, with an actual paper towel and some alcohol. And then I used a dry paper towel to dry it up and rub it pretty good. So all I'm gonna do now, guys, is just take the white sticker off the back in there and double side tape that on, and then we'll move to the next step. Alright guys, so I went ahead and stuck it on the area there, and it may not show it, but it's a little bit off center from that brake light, which is fine. I'm actually standing on the tire just because I couldn't fit a ladder, because I'm actually backed up by my house, which is fine. It's still gonna get sun there. A lot of times people will tell you to put it up top, but I wanted to stay away from the vents, and plus, as you can tell up top, it's gonna be a lot harder to actually mount that to, because it's pretty rough, it's sandy, and it has a lot of texture, versus the skin is going to be smooth and a nice surface that is easy to clean. So what I'm going to do next, guys, is I'm going to grab this wire here, and then I'm going to literally tuck it under there to where it tightens up that cord. And another good thing about pinning it here, guys, is versus up top, is that you're not going to have the wind blowing on it and making it fly off and hit the car behind you. So this is another good thing, because it's right behind this vent, and the air is not going to mess with it at all. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten up this cord, and then we'll move on to the next step. Alright guys, the last step is figuring out where you want your monitor to be, and just literally plugging it into a cigarette lighter adapter. And that's it, guys. As you can tell, that's my really messy garage, so don't judge, because, you know, that ain't cool. But anyway, as you can tell, I'm gonna have to adjust the camera, which is as simple as lifting it up or down. And I did all of this, guys, by literally stepping on the rear bumper there, or the spare tire that I have in the back. I didn't even need a ladder or anything, and all it took was using a drill with a Phillips head on it. And altogether, guys, I would say the installation of this took me, I mean, not counting the recording or explaining things or showing you guys what I did, I could have installed this within 10 minutes. So it's very cheap as well. I'll see if I add in the price, but I think it was somewhere around $200 or $250. But yeah, guys, I mean, compared to $800, $900 for the camera system that they want you to put on there from, you know, Camping World or whatever RV center that you guys went to, is just absolutely ridiculous. And this, like I said, took me 10 minutes. I didn't have to have a professional install it for another $200 something an hour. And when I had gotten the price on that, guys, just because I was curious, they said that they would charge 1.5 hours to do this. And like I said, I did this, guys, in 10 minutes. I mean, it's insane how quick it was. And, you know, with shooting with the camera, maybe another couple minutes total. So altogether, I would say 20 minutes with recording and explaining things and what I was doing. And that was it, guys. I mean, that's simple. and you have your own backup camera for, you know, 20%, you know, of the price of what they want to charge you guys. So $250 versus, you know, $1,000 charge to install one of these is way better, and it works. I mean, you know, I'll see if I can show you guys a little bit more of my messy garage, but I mean, the video quality is good. I'm gonna actually take off the sticker because there is writing on there and it's like a white film. Alright guys, there it is. I mean, the camera on this is awesome. And it's all wireless, apart from having to obviously plug that into the cigarette lighter and then plug the actual camera into the solar and stick it on your rig. I mean, that's it. It's very simple, and all you have to do is four Phillips screws for the bracket, 4 Phillips screws for the bracket cover that goes on there originally. Screw those 2 pieces together, seal up the screws if you want. You don't have to, because it is at a really good angle where the rain's not going to get in there, but that's it. And the great thing about this and doing it this way is you can remove the camera off. Just unplug the solar panel, tape up that cord in so it doesn't get wet, and you can take your camera off so nobody steals it off your rig when you're parked up, or, you know, you're at home and you're sleeping and someone comes around and just steals it. Good thing about this too is I believe if you have a option, guys, to plug in a cigarette adapter to any kind of wall plug, just verify first that it won't fry the screen out. But yeah guys, if you do that, you can keep this inside too when you're home, and you can see what's going on behind your rig, especially if you have a big yard or anything like that and you hear noise. You can even look at this camera, and you can also take this inside your rig when you're camping, and you can see what's going on behind your camper when you're actually at parks or boondocking or wherever you're at. But that's it for this one, guys. If you have any questions or anything like that, please let me know. But like I said, it's very straightforward. So we're gonna go over that real quick with you just to recap everything. So automatically from the box, you're gonna have two antennas. So you just screw that antenna right on the back there. Go ahead and plug this wire in, and then plug it into your car with your car off, and you can just leave that, guys, set down until you find a place where you want to actually mount it in your vehicle. And then after that, you can go ahead and do the rest of the install, which, like I said before, guys, you take off those 4 screws and that backing plate that is right up there. And then once you take off that backing plate, go ahead and get the bracket that the camera comes with, screw that on where you can have access to the 4 holes on that cover plate, and then put the cover plate back on, plug in the wire, clean that with alcohol, dry it with another dry paper towel, and then stick it on, and your solar panel's ready. And as you can tell, what I did, guys, all I did was just wrap the cord around the antenna there, and that's it. I didn't even have to use zip ties. But, you know, for what it is, $250, and the time that it takes, this is definitely one of my favorite things so far that I have done to this camper, and we've had it less than 24 hours at home. So you know, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you learned something, hit that like button, and if you want to see more cool videos like this, you just get a rig, or you want to see new tips and tricks, maybe some new eyes on things, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you guys see when that comes out. But that's it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Once again, God bless and be safe.